It's another day, another ColourPop! Y'all, I am so excited for today's video, and I know that I'm kind of late on reviewing it. It's because I paid for it, and ColourPop shipping, oh my god, they take forever. But it's officially here. We have the brand new ColourPop collaboration with Shrek. Y'all, Shrek was my childhood, okay? Like, Shrek came out when I was like in the 6th grade, and the jokes that were in that movie that I didn't understand then, that I absolutely understand now, masterpiece. So I bought the entire Shrek collection, and I want to know, is it actually worth this? You guys want to see what this collection is all about, the type of look it creates, and did they do this movie justice? Well, then definitely keep on watching. Alrighty, so this entire collection retails for a whopping $115, not including shipping or handling. But I bought the entire thing. So this collection is going to include a palette, 2 cream blushes, 4 different lip glosses, a candy lip oil, a mascara and eyeliner, and a glitterly obsessed eye product that I absolutely do not like. But we're going to go over each and every item, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think of them. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start off with the eyes. So let me get you guys zoomed on in. Okay, so to start off, we are going to have ColourPop Shrek Beware Ogre eyeshadow palette. First off, the outside packaging, oh my god, I absolutely love. I think it's so freaking good. Like, this is iconic. This is what you see in the very first movie whenever you see images about, you know, Shrek all around. And then you open up, you're going to see Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey on the very front. Again, very beautiful. I feel like ColourPop has really stepped up when it came to their packaging. You're going to open this up, and it's like a little book, and you're going to have Shrek and his swamp with Donkey, and then the color story right here. So this palette actually retails for $25, and it says, channel your inner ogre with this limited edition palette that opens up like a fairy tale book. Create endless glam with 15 mossy greens, rich browns, pops of brights inspired by your favorite Shrek characters. Our ultra pigmented pressed powder formula is long lasting, applies evenly, and blends like a dream for effortless application. So I have to say, the color story I feel like is on par. Like, I absolutely can see Shrek with this color story. It is definitely on par for the theme of this. Like, truly. Like, I feel like ColourPop has really been stepping up their game. You know, when they first released the Twilight palette, I did not care for that. But when they released New Moon, I was like, okay, wait a minute. They are really starting to step up. And then you have this Scream Shrek. I absolutely see Shrek. So we're going to go ahead and do an eye look with this today before we move on to the other products. Now, I know that they are doing I think a Shrek 5. And I'm very curious to see how that movie is going to pan out and how they're going to do it. And the reason why I say that is because way back in the day, I want to say this movie came out like in what, 2001, like 2002. Like, it came out when I was literally, I want to say like in 5th or 6th grade. The humor that was allowed back then is not really accepted now. My parents grew me up on Robin Hood Men in Tights. Tights, you know what I mean? They grew me up on that movie with Mel Brooks being the director, and like Spaceballs, and like the humor that you see in those movies then you don't see nowadays, because I don't know if it was politically incorrect to make jokes back then or what, but it's just a different time. Like, it's just a very different time. So even then with like Shrek, there is definitely some humor to it that, like, as a child when I watched it, I didn't really understand what I was watching. Do you know what I mean? So, like, perfect example, there is a scene with Lord Farquaad. He is looking at, like, the magic mirror, trying to find who he wants to be his next, who he wants to be his bride. And he's, like, flipping through the channels and whatnot. And, like, the whole time he's flipping through it, his character is rocking a freaking boner. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put the scene so you guys can see. Rocking a boner. As a child, I don't see that. I don't even know to look for that, right? I'm going to go into this shade right here called Shrek. Shrek happens right here, this green shade. Like, I don't even recognize that as a child. And it wasn't until, like, I got older that people pointed out, like, did you not see that he was, like, having a boner when someone interrupts him and he quickly covers himself? I'm like, no! How did I not see that? But, like, it's amazing how much, like, slips are as a kid, how much slips over you that you don't even realize. Like, if you think about, like, The Little Mermaid, for example, they had to redo their cover because, like, the castle had freaking penises on the front. Or when The Lion King, when they, like, fall down in, like, the flower beds, it spells out sex. Like, how did this happen back in the 90s and, like, early 2000s where animators and creators of, you know, Pixar and Disney were able to sneak in very highly adult suggested rated content that would just go over a kid's head, but the adults who are paying attention will recognize it. Mind blown that I would never even realize it. I thought the movies were great and I thought they were funny, but I didn't actually understand the adult humor until I got older. And so I actually just watched all 3 movies recently because I just got my hair done with Betty Jean, and you know, being a client of hers and her friend, I get to pick out whatever movie I want to watch. And her first client happened watching Shrek. So I was like, oh, let's finish watching Shrek. Should we watch Shrek 1? We watched Shrek 1. Then we watched Shrek 2. And then we watched Shrek 3. And then went back to Shrek 2. And then went back to Shrek 3. But like just watching them again as an adult and just like realizing the type of humor that they were implementing back then is just priceless. So I'm just really curious because I know they're doing a Shrek 5. Will they have the same style of humor? Like, is Michael Myers coming back? Because, like, he was such a hilarious actor. I loved him as Austin Powers. That, again, I don't think that some of those references would be allowed in movies today that they were back then. I loved him in Austin Powers. But I feel like I haven't really seen him act in a very, very long time. I know Eddie Murphy, he doesn't really act that much anymore either. He does very, 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 like rare movies, I feel like, nowadays for him. Which is so funny because, like, he's absolutely hilarious. But, like, a lot of people I've seen in interviews say that he's a very serious actor. But that, like, he's just funny in movies. So I'm just really curious if, like, the original cast is going to reprise their roles. If they are, how is it going to be? I am excited because, like I said, I love the Shrek movies. And it's so funny. So I still make, like, references a lot. Like, you know, there's the scene with the giant cookie falling down into the water in Shrek 2. And as he's slowly in the water, he's like, be good. I still sometimes say that. Or I have absolutely walked around and randomly said to Corey, do you know? I randomly said to Corey, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Like, such great movies. All right, I'm going to go into the shade right here called My Swamp right here. And we're going to put that in our outer V. I'm just going to place this right here. This is such a pretty green. Like one of my favorite color greens for sure. I feel like out of all the Shrek movies, I feel like my favorite Shrek movie is Shrek 2. A song called Heroes that the fairy godmother sings. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to that particular song when I need a warm up. If I'm getting ready for work, or I'm gonna go work out, or I'd be like back in the day when I would be forced to do 5K marathons, I would need a good pumping song. I'd put that song on every time because it would just get me so freaking hyped. I need a hero. But I'm just saying, like, I would literally listen to that song to truly hype myself up. Such a good song. Like, such a funny movie too. Like, and then like also to see the references like to like Hollywood, where they just like you never like, again as a child I didn't pay attention to references for Hollywood, but now that I do. And then, you know, I also found out like on TikTok, I don't know how legitimate this is, but they talk about how, you know, Princess Fiona was cursed to be an ogre and only a true love's kiss could break it. Well, obviously her true love's kiss was was Shrek, so she remained an ogre. But they talked about in the very beginning, there's a princess who got locked in that very same castle, and she was also cursed to be there until her true love came. And everybody, like from what I saw on TikTok, apparently her true love never came, so she stayed the dragon, and that is the dragon that you see that marries Donkey or like has babies with Donkey. Which, you know, I always just kind of like wonder, how did that work? You know, as a kid, I didn't question it, right? Didn't question it. As an adult, I'm just like, huh. I just have questions. All right, so right next to the shade, we're going to do a very easy eye look today, guys. I'm going to go, oh my God, just Jesus. Just drop that freaking, I don't know how I always drop my shit, but I just dropped that and I just dug my nail into that shade. Okay, so we're going to go into this shade right here. This is the only like pressed glitter they have in this palette. I've been very vocal to you guys that I don't care for ColourPop's pressed glitter. I know they have definitely reformulated, but there's just still something about it that just like irks me. I just wish that they would get away from it, but I mean, it does work nicely. It's just, it still has like a little bit of a grainy feel, and I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I'm going to go into this shade called I'm Making Waffles. Oh my God. Now, I think out of all the characters, Donkey has always been my favorite. Like, absolutely has always been my favorite. I just think that, well, one, Eddie Murphy's character. Eddie Murphy is just a really hilarious actor. Like, I loved him in Dr. Dolittle. Playing that really nicely. I think I'm going to take this shade called Sir Knight, and we're going to put that right here in the very inner corner. Just like right there. Oh, so pretty. Just like I said, a very easy eye look today. But yeah, I absolutely love Donkey's character the most. I think his character is just so endearing, so sweet. Like at the end of the day, I know that he could be like annoying to some. I know that he's like supposed to be like annoying to Shrek, but he just at the end of the day, he just wants to be loved and accepted. And oh my god, he's a noble steed. I freaking love him. Okay, so this is how the eye look is looking. It's very, like I said, just I wanted something kind of more basic, just very pretty. Nothing too like dramatic. Although, like I said, I'm having a little bit of issue with this. I might have to bring the green out a little bit further than I intended. A bit more like right here. But other than that, this eye look is turning out really pretty. Like super pretty. The formula on this palette is actually quite nice compared to other ColourPop palettes. This one's working quite nice except for this one green shade. I'm gonna quickly do the other eye off camera. We're gonna come back to do the rest of the face. I don't really know what to do because this collection also is gonna come with a Dragon Keep. This is the BFF Volumizing Mascara and BFF Cream Gel Liner. This is gonna be in the shade called Dragon and Fire Breath. So this is going to be like a red mascara, like a maroon mascara, and I don't know how well that would look with this. We do have the multi-chrome gel liner. Now this is really pretty. So it goes on red, but then like it also shifts to green. Like, do you see how it's like shifting to green? Like, let me grab my mirror, my little handy dandy mirror. Somebody needs to do a Blue's Clues collection. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I reached out to Glamlight a couple months ago and I asked them to do a Blue's Clues collection. They were not opposed to the idea, but I feel like it'd be so iconic. And y'all know I said it first. Okay, so here's the I don't know if you guys can see. It goes between green and red. Like, it's so pretty. I don't know how it's going to match this look, though, because I have a very green look. And I just don't know if the red will be a little too intense. We can try it. We can absolutely try it. You know, we have the maroon style mascara. Again, I can try that as well. Instead of putting on false lashes, I could put that on and really give this collection a true, like a true, honest review. So I think I'll just do it. I think we'll do it for the sake of the video. I love how my eye look is turning out. It's so freaking pretty. Like, this to me is beautiful, and this definitely does screams Shrek. But let me go ahead and do the other eye off camera, come back so we could do the cheeks and the lips together. Okay, so before I finish my makeup, we are gonna go in with two of their cream blushes. So these are the Shrek Lip and Cheek Bombs, and it says, get a fairy tale flush with our hydrating and glowing lip cheek balm. This long-lasting weightless formula melts into the skin for a wash of buildable dewy color. Just tap onto lips and cheeks for an easy monochromatic look. So there's two different shades. We have the fairy tale thing, so it's a little bit more on the like deeper mauve side, and then we do have the Fiona. I think this one's called Fiona's Crush. Oh, True Love's Form, which would be like a more lighter pinky one. So I think we're gonna go in with this today. And I'm going to go in my brush. I don't think I've ever tried color. I think from what I remember, I did really enjoy ColourPop's like cream blushes. Now, I know these are for lips and cheeks, but personally, I use them just for cheeks. I don't really ever incorporate them onto my lips. I know that you can. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't. But I will say this is laying down really beautifully. It has a soft, subtle glow, although that glow is going to dissipate whenever I put on some setting powder. But it is really pretty. I absolutely do love ColourPop like complexion products. They make some really phenomenal complexion products. So I'm not surprised that this is just melting straight to the skin. Okay, so up next, this collection includes the Gumdrop. This is going to be a candy lip oil. First off, the packaging. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Oh my god, I love Genji. I love Genji so much. So this is going to be a candy lip oil. I went ahead and pulled it out. This is how it looks. Like, what? It looks so freaking cute. Now, this is right here that this is going to be a Genji lip oil that moisturizes the lips with a glossy finish that's not sticky. So it's going to be a roller application. It does retail for $10. It says it's supposed to smell like candy, but for me, I don't know. Maybe it smells like Tutti Frutti. I feel like that's the smell, like Tutti Frutti. Candy flavor, like Tutti Frutti. It reminds me of the Smuckers that I used to have as a kid, where you go roll on with like grape flavor, strawberry, watermelon. You remember those like lip Smuckers we used to all be obsessed with? At least I was obsessed with. That's what this reminds me of. Really, really nice. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, we are going to go back into this palette. I'm going to go into this shade right here called Guarded Castle. And we are going to softly blend that under my eye. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to use the mascara that we have today. Normally I put on like false lashes, but today we're not doing that. We're going to go in with what ColourPop provided us with. So we're going to go with this shade because I feel like this shade is just going to be so freaking pretty. We're going to softly buff this right under the eye. Yeah, it's going to be like a maroon brown. It's so gorgeous. Okay, then for mascara, we are going to go in with this mascara right here. We're going to try this out. Like I said, it's like a maroon style mascara, one that I'm not really used to. I don't really ever wear colorful mascaras. I do only tend to wear like just black mascara. That's just kind of like what I go for. So we're going to try this out. Like I said, I'm not going to do false lashes today because I generally want to give this a collection a chance. I'm not the biggest fan of the wand. I love their Level Up mascara. Their BFF mascara is not really one that I'm the biggest fan of, but can you guys tell that it's kind of like maroony brown? Like, it kind of matches the shadow underneath. It's not bad. It's really not bad. It's actually really cute. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this eyeliner. Like, this is a multi-dimensional eyeliner, multi-chrome eyeliner. Let's try this out. I don't know what color is gonna show up on the lid. I don't know if it's going to match, but hopefully you guys can see it reflecting between like green and red. Although head on, it's for sure going to come off as like a fire engine red, but like when I turn, it is going to be kind of green. Okay, it almost looks kind of black. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. Okay, then I'm going to take this shade right here called Layers, and we're going to add that as my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight today. And then we're going to move on to the lips. Okay, super pretty. Now, this collection did not come with a highlighter, so I'm going to go into the Art of Two Cosmetics. This is the shade called Illumination. You guys can, well, so you guys could pick it up, but they're not shipping to the US anymore. But if you did, you guys can use my code Allie, save you guys 10% off. This would be like a beautiful, like, multi-chrome highlighter that's like shifts between like green and white. Do you guys see how pretty that is? Like, I feel like this would have been perfect for this look. Like, yeah. Okay, so this collection does not come with a lip kit, but it does come with 4 different ultra glossy lip glosses right here. Swipe on our High Shine Smooth Never Sticky gloss inspired by Shrek and the team. Prepare to be obsessed with it with a yummy flavored gloss that's going to be infused with hyaluronic acid, sweet cherry oil for a nourished pout. Now there's going to be 3 different scents. The first one we're going to have is waffle flavors. This is going to be donkey. Then we're going to have blueberry muffin flavor, followed by the pina colada flavor right here. Now, as you guys can see by the swatches, these are absolutely beautiful. The Fiona one definitely has like a little bit of a glossy undertone to it, and they do smell exactly how they say they're going to smell, which is really, really exciting. Now, I'm not going to wear these ones today. I do kind of want to wear the Shrek, which is going to be an ultra glossy lip. Now, this one was actually sold separately for some reason. And this one says that this is going to be a High Shine Smoothing Never Sticky Puralized Gloss inspired by Shrek, and prepare to be obsessed with it. It's infused with a yummy chocolate and mud pie flavor, and it's infused with hyaluronic acid, cherry oil for nourished pout. Now, this one's, like I said, sold separately. This one's beautiful because this one definitely has a little bit of a shift to it. It has a green yellow shift, so it's like almost like multi-chrome. I love how this looks, so we're definitely gonna go in with this today. I at first got scared when I said that it was mud pie. I was like, what does mud pie mean? But then when I smelled it, I was like, okay, it's chocolate. Now granted, I've told you guys before that chocolate can change scent over time. It absolutely can, so hopefully it does not. But we're gonna go in with this today because I feel like this would be really pretty to use with this look. Now, since this collection did not come with a lip kit, we're gonna obviously have to improvise. So I'm gonna go in with my new obsession, which is the Douse Mendoza collaboration with Glamlight. This is gonna be the Batuna lip kit. I love this lip kit. This is what I was actually wearing during my fall ranking. A lot of you guys were asking me what was on my lips. It's this right here. So let me show you how beautiful this lip kit is. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips, and then I'm gonna fill it in with the lipstick. This is like my now go-to like fall lip combo. So pretty. Such a pretty lip combo. Oh my god, you guys can pick this up right now if you guys wish to. You guys can use my code to save 15% off this lip kit. It's everything. Truly, 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 it's everything. Okay, so then to go on top of this, we're gonna go in with the Shrek gloss right here because I feel like this would just really complement this lip so nicely. Let's take a look. I just knew that brown undertone would be gorgeous with this. Okay, so this right here is the final look. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and give you guys my thoughts on this collection. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look right here. I think I look absolutely beautiful. I think the only thing that's throwing me off is not wearing false lashes, but ultimately, I think this look turned out absolutely beautifully. So first off, we have the Shrek palette right here. This is stunning. I absolutely love this palette. I feel like this is probably one of the best jobs that ColourPop has done in terms of like a collaboration. While I absolutely love the New Moon collection, this one right here, I feel like is by far the best job that they have done. They truly did capture the essence of Shrek in this, and I love this palette so much. The formula is so nice. The formula is so nice. It's almost as if they stepped it up just a bit, but oh my gosh, freaking beautiful. Absolutely love this. Then we do have the cheek products right here. I'm not surprised that I really end up liking this. First off, packaging, again, so cute. I'm not surprised I like this. Whenever it comes to ColourPop's complexion products, they just do it so well. I really do enjoy this. So for me, these are absolutely, these are beautiful. Then we are going to have the candy gloss. It's nice, but like, would I pay $10 for it? No. As much as I love Gingy, I wouldn't pay $10 for it. The ultra lip glosses though, these are beautiful. I absolutely do love ColourPop Ultra Lip Gloss formula. Ever since they reformulated it like a year or two ago, they've really stepped it up. Now these ones right here, I did not play with today. I did swatch them for you guys. They smell incredible, but I'm not surprised. They smell incredible, but I already know that I'm going to end up loving them because I love the Ultra Shine non-sticky gloss. It does have different scents to them. They do last for a bit. They don't have as long longevity that I like, but they do last for quite some time. But they do kind of rub off whenever you eat or drink something, and they can transfer. So just be mindful of that. But other than that, if you love ColourPop, if you love Shrek and you want to have the different scents and the different collections, these are absolutely a must. Especially the Shrek one right here. I feel like this one by far is gonna be my favorite because it's gonna be the most it's gonna be the most dimension. It's gonna be the most like used one because I can use it with so many different other lip combinations. Then we do have the eyeliner and the mascara. Surprisingly, I actually really like this. I think the eyeliner is beautiful. I feel like on camera it looks darker than what it is. It definitely is it's a multi-chrome, so I can see it shifting from red to green. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but it is really beautiful. And the mascara, I feel like you really can't tell that it has a maroon base to it, which is really nice. Like typically whenever there's like colorful mascaras, I'm personally the biggest fan of, but because it still has like a little bit of like a deeper tone to it, it almost looks like I'm wearing like a deep brown, which I do appreciate. It does lift and separate. Is it my favorite formula? Oh my God, no, but I do think it's nice nonetheless. Now the only thing I did not show was the Glitterly Obsessed. The reason I didn't show this is because personally, I don't care for these products. I kind of wish like ColourPop would get away from them. I understand why they do it because people out there do love them. I feel like for me, these are great if you're going out to party or you're going to go rave. Like I can see people using it for this, like a body glitter. But this gets everywhere and it sucks taking off. I hate taking this off. It just doesn't ever want to budge. It's like sticks to the freaking skin. So it's why I don't like these products. And then over time, they do turn to like rock. They do tend to harden over time. So overall, I spent $115 on this collection. Was it worth it? In my opinion, yes, because I feel like ColourPop did a fantastic job. However, do I wish they changed some things? Absolutely. I feel like I wish they would get rid of the Glitterly Obsessed and implement a like green gold highlighter in its place. I wish that they would take away 4 different lip glosses and maybe keep 2 and implement a lip kit where it's like a lip liner and a matte lipstick. I feel like with having that option, you would really give this collection a whole new... You'd really amp up this collection and make it so diverse and make it actually worth the $115. Now, I'm grateful that I have it because I love Shrek, so I'm so happy to have it. But I feel like for the price point, we should just get a little bit more for our dollar, in my opinion. But ultimately, I do think it's worth it because I love it. I do wish they would have changed some of the products and added some and taken some out. But on that, I do think it's great. Now, do you need it? No, of course you do not need this at all. But if you want it and you love Shrek, then it's definitely, in my opinion, worth it to have. So... that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. Again, I'm so sorry I'm late on this. I bought it the second that I launched. It's just ColourPop takes freaking forever to ship anything nowadays. And you can't even like do express shipping. It's just standard shipping. So they take forever, but it's here. It's here. Hopefully you guys still want to watch this. But with that said, besties, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.